Okay, what we have here is a look at HMAS Armidale class, scale 1/48, 1.183 meters long, made by Han Jiang Zhu Zuimei. It just rolls off the tongue. So this is the English instructions. I kind of made them make because they didn't provide any at all originally. So this is an outline of all the plates, all of the different parts, and then it goes into the, excuse me, talk amongst yourselves. Photo etch brass, this is all photo etch, and then it gets into how the actual structure goes together. It's all done in 3D, so you know where the rotors go. Then it shows you how to do the, you know, those things that to keep the motors in and all the rest of it. The decks, everything is shown in 3D, in English, key here, and in, which I guess is Chinese, but it's all pretty clear. Right down to when you get into the 3D parts, you get, oh, hang on, sorry about this. As I said, talk amongst yourself. You start to see diagrams like this here, where you got where they're laid out against the whole breadth of the ship, and then you got, you know, how it's done there, and there you go, the gun and all the rest of that stuff. Anyway, it goes pretty deep into it. You're going to have to figure out how to put a battery in it. But it shows you all the brass, all the stanchions, every single thing you can imagine. And then on the back is an appointment I wrote for a doctor, but you don't have to have that. And then this is some of the, this is the laser cutting is dropout. And so as I checked through it, pieces were just falling off their frets. So I didn't go too far, but it is all beautifully, beautifully cut. And I know the whole thing is there, except for one part. See that? The one at the end is missing. Don't know what happened to it. I don't think I even got it. So, you know, it came from China, and it came in a bad box, and I got it here. It's a lot of money though. But there's the construction for the mast. I mean, it's extraordinarily made. I mean, the laser cutting is just incredible. Anyway, moving on from there. Just talk about it amongst yourself again. Comes with 2 motors. They're not the biggest, but you know what? They might do in this boat. I would have used something bigger, but you know, that's what they supply. And comes with 2 beautifully made 5-bladed props, one of which I've assembled to show you what it looks like, and it really is very nice. I mean, you got to solder on the grease gubbins there, but that's that. And it comes with, as you can see, it comes with some very solid control horns. And now moving on to the good stuff, well, the better stuff, okay? Because no kit's complete without some really neat elements in it. Now what we got here are 2 absolutely beautiful fiberglass and brass, as you can see, rudders. Lovely. Dozens of exquisitely made 3D printed parts. I mean, these are beautiful. What else? Oh yeah, hang on. Comes with 2 very cool 3D printed rafts. You also get all the seats and all that stuff to go with it. More parts. This just goes on and on. And then the things to lower the raft off the vessel. Whoop. Sorry, I'll put that back in its box so we know what happened to it. Radome, exhaust vents to the side of the ship, other radar, other exhaust vents for up the side, gun system, amazingly 3D printed. This is a really nice thing. The other nice thing about this material is that if you find it's not quite moving to you the way you like it, you can warm it gently and it will take up a new shape, and if you don't like that, you can warm it and move it back. Anyway, here's some more brass gubbins that go on the running gear. These are the bearings, the thrust bearings. Yeah. And then up the side of the ship, and in the middle, you've got the stabilization fins which stick out the side of the ship very nicely. And that is one of the pieces that fell off. Okay. Now moving on. There's all the brass you can imagine that you need for the railings and things. Also, because I'm a nice man, I've included this too, which is some very fine brass, which I bought that, and I was going to use that. Another control horn, which I would use for coupling the two rudders. And then some very nice photo etch stuff. One for the windows, the window frames, which the glass is already provided cut. Also for the screens that go over the windows, and also for the stanchions for the railings around the side, and some other neat parts. But they're all explained in the manual. And then on top of that, there's a water cooling system which you bang the motors in the middle of. I don't know if I'd use those, but you know, they came with it. And then finally, a whole bunch of very cool radar dish. Those of course are for the, look at that, isn't that neatly made, eh? It's 3D printed, and it's nylon. It's not that resin which just snaps. This is actually nylon, and it's sintered. These are powdered nylon, and photo expose it and then cure it with UV. All the bollards you can imagine. Another one of those things over there. The mast, look at that, isn't that nice? Wow, that's so cool. So that's all 3D printed, as are the hatches and pretty well everything else that goes with it. So that is it. That is the whole boat. Exciting as it may seem. And I hope you enjoyed looking at its parts.